Hey folks, this is Nate coming at you. So it is now Thursday, June 23rd, and I wanted to wait 24 hours after the premiere of Episode 6 of Kenobi before making this video, even though there won't be any spoilers per se in this video. There will be sort of some indirect references. So if you haven't seen Episode 6 of Kenobi yet and you plan on it, you may want to wait a couple of days until you see this video if you're interested in hearing more about the blade styles that I'm going to demo for you tonight. So tonight I got some new sound fonts. I picked up Inquisitorius Overlord from I want to say it's either Syndicate. I think it was from Syndicate. Syndicate Custom Relics. Yeah, so I picked up Inquisitorius Overlord from Syndicate, and then I picked up JuanSith's new batch of Kenobi fonts, Obi Training and Fallen Master, which are two, and all three fonts are really, really good. And so what I've done is I have, what I want to demo for you tonight are 4 blade styles. I have two Vader blade styles. One is an Episode 5 style, and the other one is an Episode 6 style. And I have them both set to Inquisitorius Overlord. And then I have Kenobi's Episode 5 training blade style in the flashback scene with Anakin from Episode 5. And then I have set that to Obi Training sound font. And then I have an Episode 6 blade style that I built for Kenobi that I've set to Fallen Master. And so the differences, so in the live action show in Episode 5, a lot of the clashes were very subdued. A lot of the effects on the blades were a lot more subdued, a lot less bright. And then in Episode 6, in that final fight scene, the blade effects were a lot brighter. And so I tried to incorporate as much of those differences in these styles as I could. So, you know, there'll likely be a little bit more tinkering after this demo video to these, but they're in pretty good shape now. I think they look pretty good, so hopefully you do too. So this is Vader's Episode 5. And this is a short humpflicker width blade style, to give it just a little bit more of that sparking effect. Now the clashes is also a lot more subdued than what you're used to seeing. It's not nearly as bright. But one of the things I'm trying to incorporate in these styles for the live action Kenobi show in general is I'm trying to incorporate more of a sparkling effect on the blade, on the clash. And here are the blasts. There's the lockup. and the stab. I just want to give it up to Preston over at Syndicate for making a really, really awesome Kenobi Vader font. This sound font is awesome. Love this hum and these swings. Everything about it is just really good. And then the lightning block I did pretty much just standard. I didn't do much anything different with lightning block, even though we didn't really see it in the episodes. Okay, so that's Vader episode 5. Here's episode 6.
Kenobi is all that matters now.
Now the lockup, the blade effects are going to be a little bit brighter on this version. So here's the clash. Again, still employing the sparkling effect on the clashes, but I mucked around with the color scheming a little bit to make it a little bit more bright, more prominent on the blade, a little bit brighter. And here's the lockup. The melt and the stab are this pretty much the same. Now, on the episode 6 version of this blade, though, the humpflicker sizing is essentially 10 times longer than on the episode 5. So on the episode 5, I was going for that blade sparkle effect. Well, in episode 6, you didn't have that. It was much more of like a standard flicker on a blade. And so what I did is I extended the humpflicker width well, the standard humpflicker width on a default blade from like FET 263's library would be like a 40 or 50 length. For episode 5, to shorten it to get that sparkle effect, I shortened the humpflicker width to about 7 or 8. Okay, so it's much, much smaller. On the episode 6 blades, I extended them to about 75 or 80 to get a much longer wave effect, right? So that's what you're seeing here is a much longer humpflicker length on this blade. So you notice it doesn't have the tiny flickers as much, but much more of the longer wave effect. And then on the retractions that you'll notice, it's just a tad bit brighter on the retraction. I'm using an orange red on the retraction effect, just to give it like a tiny subtle shade of brightness. I didn't want to use white or anything too bright, so I wanted to try and make it as true to the show as I could with the tools that I've got. So I just did a little bit of an orange red tint on that blade when it retracts. And also, when it ignites too, you'll notice it up here, and then on the retraction. So it's using an orange red on the ignition and retraction. Okay, so on to the Kenobi blades.
Yeah, there you are.
So this is the training blade. And so this is going to be, again, the custom hump flicker version that's much, much shorter to get that sparkling effect on the blade. Now you notice the sparkling effect is much more prominent on the blue blade. It comes out a lot easier on this one. You hear the blasts? And here's the lockup. And again, a much smaller, more subtle lockup. Here's the stab. And here's the melt. Now I'm using the sparkle effect on the flash and clash for Kenobi's BladeStyles as well. For episode 5, I had to make it a little bit whiter, just so that it would show up a little bit more, but I didn't want to make it too bright. But I also wanted to try and get the color scheme right from the scene as much as I could. Okay, now here's Kenobi's episode 6 blade style.
Hello there.
And again, this is the longer hump flicker length. This is a 75 or an 80 on the hump flicker width. Now the flash and clash I had to do, you know, again, to try and keep in step with the color scheme from the scenes itself. The flash and clash on this one is incorporating a little more golds and more oranges. So you're getting that after flicker off the blade too, which is partly what I was going for here. Here's the blasts. And the blasts, actually all of the effects, the blasts, the clashes, and the lockup all have, on the episode 6 version of this blade style, have a lot more orange and gold in them. And here's the lockup. Here's a melt.
Goodbye, Darth.
So, excuse me. So those are the 2 sets of styles that I have coming off the end of the Kenobi show, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a great show, especially that last episode. If you haven't seen episode 6, do watch it, and to watch it again, and then watch it again. So thanks for watching, and as always, I will paste bin these 4 styles in a link that I'll drop in the video comments, or excuse me, in the video description. And please grab them and use them if you like them. And thanks again for watching. May the force be with you. All right, take care, y'all.